The whole design behind the Bourne Identity was that rather than have a standard Hollywood movie where if you announce yourself as an action movie, there's this kind of pattern that those movies tend to follow, which is, okay, you can sit there as an audience member with your popcorn and go, well, all right, nothing's blown up in about, 7 minutes, so I can expect an explosion about now. And sure enough, you get this beautiful explosion that's kind of cool and it kind of washes over you, but you forget it the second you leave the theater. And what Doug and I always talked about was that the action is always developing the character so that it grows right out of the stories.
I'm always a little skeptic when it comes to thriller plots and scripts as well, because they have the tendency to be very cliched, and because the normal audience has a normal life and doesn't experience things that people experience sometimes in a thriller. So Marie's character, much more than just being a character to me, is a chance to kick all those cliches in the ass.
Our hope was to try to build a movie that the action was integrated into, so that you invest in the characters and you really believe that their problems are problems that you might have, these kind of ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances.
With you, you would probably just forget about me if I stayed here.
How could I forget about you? You're the only person I know.
Their love is not a classic love. It's definitely a story of two people who walk next to each other, but interact and cross only various times, not all the time. And I think he's definitely taken by her and her energy. She's very much alive where he isn't, where he feels numb and robotic.
You gotta get out now, away from me.
What are you gonna do?
I'll end it.
I'm wishing that people say, oh my God, part 2 is taking it to the next level.
I really feel like we're on our way to making a really worthy sequel. This is the first time I've ever done a sequel, and I said at the time the Bourne Identity came out, I said there's a very little chance that we will do a sequel, just because nobody on the team who made the first wants to make the second movie if it can't be as good as or better than the first one. And I think we're doing that right now. Franca's back, Brian Cox is back, Julia Stiles. We have Joan Allen now. We're bigger and better than last time.
When you see the two parts together, it makes sense, because obviously Jason Bourne is still haunted, he still has nightmares, and whereas Marie probably is more the energetic force trying to establish a home for them. He's definitely the one that still feels on the run, because he still has not gotten rid of the demons.
And we have Paul Greengrass directing, who is incredible. And he really understands this character and this style of film. Everything that worked with the first one is here. There are some surprises, there are some things that make it different from most sequels, shocking in some ways, which I think is what the audience likes and liked about the first one, were the ways in which it was different from a lot of Hollywood movies.